Hey all, good morning and welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, friends. We are back in business. My portfolio is also starting to looking better after the initial debacle. I'll share that in a separate video later on. I have a lot of ideas that I want to share with you, so I expect a bunch of videos in the next 2 days. Today, the indices are looking absolutely fabulous. Without hesitation, I can think that today the markets are going to go up. We can't do anything wrong. Let's start off with the very first one, which is NASDAQ futures after the disclaimer. Welcome back, friends. We are looking at the NASDAQ futures, and as you can see, our next resistance is going to be at 22,079.75, and we are marching towards it. Pre-market, we are already up 0.82%. It's around 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:10 a.m. in the morning. I think throughout the day, we'll be seeing a lot of bullishness. Everything is looking good. The dollar index has been falling, which is also another big reason why we are seeing a lot of positives out here, in my opinion. But the resistance out there, which was very strong just back on the 17th of January 2025, has now changed. It has been broken down into two parts. And the first one is the horizontal resistance, which we will clear, and a day or two after that we'll have to clear the diagonal resistance of the previous bull channel. So that's what I'm looking at out here. We're looking fabulous. If we go to the 10-year yields, we can see that the 10-year yields have been on a way down. There has been a little bit of a jump out here today in the pre-market trade. We are up 0.24%, but we were much higher earlier. It has come down. So I'm hoping that we'll touch this line of support before bouncing back up, and that's the basis on which I'm saying that right now we are bullish, and probably in February we might see a little bit of giving back of the markets. Now let's go on to the indices. Let's see what's there in the indices. Dow Jones is super bullish. MACD is absolutely bullish, and we have plenty of room on the RSI. Momentum is really super fast, and we have 1.24% gain pre-market. Our next resistance is going to be today at around 44,195, and if we break through that, which is this diagonal red line, will be super strong going forward. Let us look at S&P 500, which also has broken through the resistance from the earlier wedge, and our next resistance today is going to be somewhere around 6,089.22 or 6,096, something in that range, just shy of 6,100. And it's looking perfectly well aligned for a bump because we are up 0.88% in the pre-market trades out here. MACD is bullish. Momentum also has a lot of strength, and RSI is way off there. And we have IWM, which is going really hammers and tongs, I would say. It's gone up significantly. Pre-market today, it's down 0.04%, but MACD is looking bullish. Momentum is also looking phenomenal. And I think that as the yields fall, the regional banks become stronger because the balance sheet becomes much stronger due to the bonds that they hold. And today, pre-market, you had seen that the yields had gone up a little bit, and I think that is reflected out here in this minor drop in the pre-market sessions. But as long as the yields keep going down, I think IWM will do very well. Now let's look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up 0.58%. It's gone above this diagonal line of resistance, and it's the second consecutive day of upward movement. Pre-market, it's up 0.58%. MACD has just about turned bullish, and momentum is above average and picking up. Plenty of room on the RSI. So NASDAQ is going up, but it's not going as steeply. But I think that's about to change. I'll talk about that in a separate video. The AI play, the Stargate, Oracle, MongoDB, and others. It's going to be a separate video for our AI folks. PCC is looking bullish. It's in the 70s range, so I'm happy about that. VIX is going down. It's down 1.13% in pre-market trades. So it's like calm oceans. And if you look at the MACD and the momentum out here, it seems to indicate a little bit of tranquility going forward. So with all that said, if you look at gold, Gold has been picking up steadily. It's up 0.37% this morning. So this bullish pennant has given us a breakout, and we are above the 200-day exponential moving average. MACD is bullish. Momentum is also looking pretty good. There is a little bit more room on the RSI, so gold could go up a little bit more further. And I'm looking at the market breadth. If you look at companies which are above that 200-day exponential moving average. I think this has improved. You can see the amount of improvement we have had since the 14th of January. So this is very good news. We are at 60% out there. If you look at the number of companies in the S&P 500 which are above their 50-day average, you can see since 13th of January we have had a big jump, and we are almost about to go above the 200-day exponential moving average. We are at 50.89% out here. That's a huge jump in breadth. And if you look at the number of companies in the S&P 500 which are above that 20-day average, and that happens to be at around 80.31%, coming close to a resistance. MACD is bullish, momentum is almost like overshot. So I think everything is looking good out here. So I would say that today is going to be fantastic. Now let's go on to look at Genomics first. This is going to be the Genomics video first. I'm going to look at Verve, and in Verve I can see that there is a lot of strength going on in Verve. It's up 3.35% in the pre-market session. I wouldn't look for any fundamental issues out here. It's all basically technicals that we are looking at, and I can see that the momentum is really strong. MACD has turned bullish, plenty of room on the RSI. We are very close to crossing the 200-day exponential moving average. So I think our earlier target that we had is in play, and I'm looking at around 8.49 as the target. It was a cup and handle target that we had created. I'm still looking at that happening. Next, we look at Ginkgo Bioworks. It's up 1.04%. We have a double bottom out here, my friends. I'll wait for one more day. Today is also positive 1.04. So today, if we end on the top, I think I would be able to do a double bottom and give you a price target. And that price target is likely to be, let me do that because nothing is stopping us from doing the price target out here. I'm going to just clone this out for you guys, and then let's look at the color change and put it up here. So I would say that you're going to have a target of 16.51 for Ginkgo Bioworks. But remember, there was a reverse split out there. So keep that in mind. Those of you who have been holding the stock for a long period of time, this is your chance for exiting if you wanted. But this double bottom is going to help. Caribou Biosciences is down 0.66% in pre-market trades. It's looking at the support somewhere out here. I will draw a line of support out here for you guys. So this is the line of support that we have been straddling so far. And today pre-market we are down 0.66. So it has gone below this line of support. MACD is trying to improve, but momentum is very weak. Nothing great to be said about Caribou today. CRISPR, as I mentioned yesterday, CRISPR was definitely going to go up. Today also looks the same for CRISPR. CRISPR is going to do great because the overall sentiment is good. And CRISPR is one of the money earning stocks, I would say, because they got a monetized product, and they're going to give us more information about cash JV revenues going forward. CRISPR is a all-time go. Again, I will say Illumina is also in the same category. Illumina is also 0.82% in pre-market trades, and it has blown past 141.43, which was its previous resistance. So I think that we have more or less cancelled this reverse head and shoulders. So I'm very happy about this. I'm going to change this color to green so that we can denote this as a support. MACD is looking bullish, plenty of room on the RSI. This will be a good time to get into Illumina. Again, everything I say is personal opinion, not financial advice. Do your own due diligence, my friends. IMTX is up 1.30%. It has been struggling at the bottom, and it had a support at 5.34. MACD is on the mend, but momentum is very low. It's oversold, so there could be a little bit of a dead cat bounce happening out here. And that's what we saw yesterday, but not wholeheartedly. So slow burn up, but because overall market sentiment is turning positive, IMATX could also be a little bit positive. Editas has got positive MACD, and its momentum is very low. Less interest in Editas, but this morning in pre-market trades it's up 0.83%. Iowa is up 2.55%. It's been consolidating. MACD is trying to improve. Momentum is very low, very little interest. Once the interest starts coming back into Iowa, when you have a risk-on kind of environment, it will do very well. Unicure is trying to mend its MACD. The momentum has just about gone above average. Pre-market, we are down 0.87. So I would say that there's nothing definitive about Unicure. It's still bullish because it's above the 200-day exponential moving average, and we are creating new higher highs. So I think at this point of time, it's more or less like a consolidation. And if we go above further today, then I think we'll start seeing some improvement in the MACD, and the momentum is already good, but I want to see MACD going green, then it will be a buy. Sana is down 1.03%. It is slowly giving up all the gains that it had taken. It has fallen below the 200-day exponential moving average. MACD is weakening. Momentum is dropping below average. So the interest that was picked up has gone down again. Let us see if the earnings are somewhere around. Earnings are going to be on 13th of March. It's a long time away. So I would see that Sana might be dropping slowly until there is any catalyst, or if the overall market sentiment gets better, we might jump up before we do a gap fill. So that's what I'm thinking about Genomics. Well friends, that brings me to an end of the video today. And today is going to be a very positive day for most shares. And if the company has got good products which have got monetization, price control, pricing power, they are going to do extremely well, especially if they are in the AI and software stack. They are going to be doing superlative. So that's what I would like to say. And I'll catch up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.